Hello all, just popping in with another informational video on the Scan and Cut Canvas. The astute of you will have noticed that version 2.5.0 has been released. Now there are a couple of features that have been added. One is the Mozilla Firefox internet browser compatibility. This means that Firefox users can now access Scan and Cut Canvas on their computers. However, there is a note there to say that some of the features may not be available. Now, I haven't had a chance to experiment myself, but Firefox users do head on over to scandandcutcanvas.brother.com and you should be able to log in and find out for yourself what that's all about. The second update is to do with the image tracing, and this really adds a bit of a feature on it that allows us to import the picture alongside the actual traced outline or the cut outline. So if I log into my account, I can show you what's going to happen. Just a pointer, there are some new projects out, so do have a look at those when you've got a moment. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to start a new project. Image tracing is through the image tracing icon or through the project menu. And obviously this is for importing bitmaps, GIFs, JPEGs and PNGs less than 5 megabytes in size. And it's the tracing feature, so it'll create a cut line from those designs. So I've got one here that I'm just going to load in. Now it's a silhouette type design, and if I click on preview you'll see what will happen just initially. Now that outline I'm not too happy with, so I'm going to drop the number of colours down to 2 and click on colour as my tracing option, and you can see now I've got a much better result there. When I click on OK now, there is a new message that pops up asking if I want the image to be loaded along with the cut line. So we can click on yes to see what happens here. And now you'll see that the cut line and almost like a grayed out version of the image will appear on screen. This is good for things like just making sure that the trace has picked up all of the details that you wanted, but you can't edit the actual picture itself. You can only edit the cut line to be cut. One advantage of this is if the image tracing has in fact missed anything out, you can actually now use the line drawing tools to directly edit and trace by hand the actual pieces that you want to add or remove. In fact, you can also obviously edit the outline itself if you've had any areas that you think could do with some refining. You can obviously go in and manually edit these with the tools. So I was just stretching out a bit there to get to the end of that, and then again over this side I noticed that the point hadn't quite been reached, so again I'm editing that area too. So that's really in essence what the image tracing update is all about. But if I start a new design and show you the other options, so if we do the same design, same number of colours, same trace options, and we trace and click OK. This time I'll click no, and what will happen this time is, as before, this is how it used to be, the cut outline or the trace will be loaded without the actual picture. Now you can't switch between the two, so if you want to save these to work on later, it might be worth you doing two versions or two traces, but for now, that's essentially what's been updated on Scan and Cut Canvas. Don't forget you don't need to update your machine. This is just for the online software. And obviously, if you want any more hints and tips from myself, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Or, of course, you can find me on any of these social media outlets. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.